This chart holds the key to India's future, and it predicts a crisis. Let me explain. What it shows is the number of Indians who are of working age, those between 15 and 65 years old. These are the hard-working people whose productivity powers the country's economy, and it's their taxes that allow politicians to gift Pinku a free laptop. But by 2050, their population will be shrinking, and that is a problem. India needs to grow rich before it grows old. What happens to India for the rest of this century really comes down to what India looks like by 2050. So let's take a quick peek into the not so far off future. No one can predict what's going to happen, of course, not even this guy, but we can look at what could reasonably happen based on studies and research done by thoughtful organizations. Starting off with, by 2050, India's economic power would have exploded. India's economy will be larger than even the United States and second only to China. Adjusted for cost of living, India's GDP per capita will more than double from today. This means each generation of Indians until then would lead a better life, at least in terms of money, than their parents did. To put this in perspective, NITI Aayog, the Indian government's policy think tank, estimates that India's power in 2020 was just 14% that of the United States, but that will have jumped to 75% by 2050. Hopefully that means by 2050, NITI Aayog's presentations won't look like they were made on a Windows 98 computer. Anyway, India's power by then will extend well beyond just economic might. The India of 2050 will be a country that would have already sent a manned mission to the moon. And India's soft power will also be less soft by then. Just like Korean culture has become mainstream through K-pop and K-dramas, India's cultural exports like food, music, movies, yoga, and Ayurveda will become much more recognizable around the world. The people who are spreading Indian culture like a global pandemic. Let's try to find a better analogy there. The people helping spread Indian culture as widely and easily as Amul cheese will be the largest group of emigrants in the world. People of Indian origin who no longer live in India. You've probably noticed that recently there's been what feels like an exponential increase in the global presence of Indian origin people. They are leading large companies, writing comedy shows, running for president of the United States, writing comedy shows, leading more companies, writing comedy shows, and becoming prime minister of a country that once colonized their people. Nice. And by 2050, that trend will, if anything, accelerate. Speaking of another form of power, India might even be good at sports by 2050. India's national sports policy wants the country to break into the top 5 sporting nations of the world. That would take winning 16 gold medals at the 2052 Olympics, which, believe it or not, is exactly 16 more than the number India won in 2024. So yeah, I'm not sure about that one, but something I am pretty sure about is India's population. By 2050, it would have grown to 1.6 billion, up 200 million from 2025, and it'll still be growing, peaking only in the 2060s at 1.7 billion. That said, the average Indian of 2050 will be quite different from today's. For one thing, Indians will be much older. The median Indian will be 38 years old as opposed to the 28 today. And that's where this chart comes back into the story. Today, about 60% of Indians are of working age, among the highest proportions in the world. More Indians can generate wealth for the whole country than ever before. But by 2050, they have to support not just the young, but also the elderly. The number of people over 75 years old would have tripled, and by 2070, there will be more people over the age of 60 than children in India. India's aging population will strain healthcare, pensions, and housing. All of that will have to be paid for by the young, which can only happen if the economy grows. But just because people can work doesn't mean they'll be able to find work. The jobs of the future are what India's youth need to be ready for, because by 2050, only 25% of Indians will work in agriculture, down from nearly 50% today. So the rest of India's economy has to create a lot of jobs by then. And while that's not impossible, trying to do so could end up causing other problems. Every state in India is changing at a different pace. Women in the central and northern regions tend to have more children than in other parts of India, which means the south is going to be getting older a lot faster. Hindi-speaking youth from states like Uttar Pradesh and Bihar will increasingly migrate south to fill jobs. And if history shows us anything, it's that this kind of mass internal migration will probably cause a backlash. India's leaders need to figure out how to handle the cultural and social aspects of migration because, if they don't, lack of economic growth is going to cause other kinds of social unrest. The North is also poised to grow its political power. India allocates seats in parliament based on the population of each state, but the last time seats got reallocated was all the way back in 1975. Every government since then has held off on reallocating seats so states could implement family planning policies without worrying about losing their power. But that is coming to an end. By 2050, India is expected to have reallocated seats in parliament at least twice. And that could result in a significant shift in political power from the southern states to the northern ones, benefiting some political parties over others, shifting control of the central government. Another transition goes back to something Mahatma Gandhi famously said, that India is to be found not in its cities, but in its villages. Even today, 64% of Indians live in rural areas, but by 2050, more than 120 years after he said it, that statement will finally no longer apply. More than half of India's population will live in cities. And by then, people won't just be getting beaten up by goondas, they'll also be getting beaten up by the weather. Climate change will force migration even when people don't want to move. Just recently, New Delhi recorded its highest temperature ever. You can definitely expect that record to be broken. 45 million Indians will be displaced from their homes by 2050 because of a dramatic increase in temperatures and flooding. Another shift, although less dramatic in terms of displacement, is religious. By 2050, India will have the world's largest populations of two major religions, Hinduism and Islam. Muslims will be 18% of India, up from the 14% they constituted in 2010. The vast majority of Indians, however, will continue to be Hindu. There you have it. The average Indian of 2050 will be older, a bit better at sports, more North and Central Indian, less likely to be a farmer, and hopefully much wealthier and better off on average than today. And as always, there will still be many Indias, many stories. And that's what we talked about in this video. See how India's states and union territories developed over the last 60 years and what that could mean for when India will finally become a developed country.